let's develop our craft of shading by creating some value scales. You're going to create 1, 2, 3 value scales on your paper, and I'm here to give you a few tips about how. So on line 3, your paper is blank, but I want to show you the first thing to do is to make your line 3 look like line 1. And then you're going to take one of these things, a blending stump, to make line 3 look more like line 2. So the blending stump is used to take these individual boxes, and instead of the value scale looking like 8 boxes of different values, it looks like a smooth continuum, a smooth transition from super dark to medium to medium light to the white of the paper. You're trying to create a smooth transition from the darkest dark to the lightest light, and the lightest light will be the white of your paper. Your final box is going to be white or nearly white. Okay, it's looking smoother. I'm seeing that smooth transition, but these lines on my paper, we can't smooth those away because those are printed in ink. Okay, I'm about done here. I've got my value scale nice and blended. Now I'm going to move down to the hatching section. I already got started down here. Hatching is straight lines all going in one direction, like you see up here. I did mine going diagonally, and I decided to use a colored pencil. I want to mix it up a little bit. You can use any kind of pencil because this kind of shading does not involve blending. So colored pencils don't blend with blending stumps, not really. So you can do any kind of pencil for these. So this square over here should be the absolute darkest. It should have the most lines, and I should be pressing the hardest. And then each square to the left is going to have lines that are slightly less squished together, meaning that there will be more visible white space. And as you can see, my method is I like to jump over and around the paper a whole lot. If you want to work on the whole value scale as one thing, you definitely can. Or if you want to think about it as step by step by step, or square by square by square, rather. Okay, I'm about done with that one there. And lastly is cross-hatching. Cross-hatching is just like hatching, except you're going to have lines going in more than one direction. So over here, you're going to have lines going in just a single direction or just a blank square completely. Then as you move back farther and farther in this direction, you'll draw more and more lines going in more and more different directions. So your darkest square, you might have lines going in 8 different directions. I have side to side, top to bottom, diagonal this way, diagonal that way. I'm going to add in slants slightly between vertical and horizontal. Really get it dark. In the next one, I'll keep using a lot of crisscrossed lines, but I'm going to draw less. I can also start drawing lighter and lighter as I go across the paper. You're doing your best to create a smooth transition from light to dark. Creating a full range of value from the darkest dark to the medium to the lightest light. Ooh, I drew my lines too dark there. Eraser time. Erasers don't erase colored pencil the same way as regular pencil. You're never going to be able to erase a colored pencil line completely, but you might be able to lighten it up just light enough for our purposes. And if this box was just darker than this one and I couldn't do anything about it, I'd just have to make this box even darker, all the way going down. Each of these boxes darker than the one to the left of it. There you go, 3 different ways to create value scales. Once you have finished the front side of your worksheet, you got the required work finished. Excellent work. And you can move on to shading this lion. It's a coloring page, totally blank, and your goal is to fill each of these little shapes with different kinds of value scales. Play around with these skills that you've just learned, and by playing with these skills and practicing them, you are developing your craft. All right, I am excited to help you out and get all these value scales drawn, and then I'm excited to see how y'all shade the lion. Let the live Ms. Linsky know if you have any questions or if you'd like this video to be played again. Happy shading, everybody!